This week on Steel Horse Thunder.
That's all he does with his bike. He said, I've never seen the guy ride it. Not one time in 2 years. Never seen him ride it. He rolls it out into the driveway, washes it, and pushes it back in.
Some people it's just about looking pretty.
And yeah, I told him, I said, well, you probably don't want to see him ride it. If that's all he ever does. It's probably much safer for him just
I got a bike.
push it out.
It's clean. Well, it's true.
Yeah. It's like you can buy the little die cast. If all you want is a little trophy,
put it on your desk,
put it
on
there
your kitchen counter.
Exactly. Yeah, you can put it on your workbench out in the shop if it really makes you feel manlier to put it out there.
Steel Horse is brought to you by Leidendorf Law, with over 60 years experience in motorcycle and automotive injury cases.
People talk about your one-stop shop. Well, Flat Out Motorsports is definitely a one-stop shop.
Maybe you like to hit the streets on two wheels, whether you're a touring guy, whether you're a cruising guy, or maybe you like the sport bikes.
If you'd rather play in the dirt, there's four wheels or there's two wheels.
Or maybe you've gotten to that point where you're ready for an extra wheel. They got the Can-Am Spider and the ever-so-cool Slingshot.
Or maybe you don't like the dirt or the road, then you can get on the water. Take this baby for a ride.
No matter what you need, no matter what brand you like to ride, all the safety gear, helmets, whatever you're looking for, it's all right here under one roof. And with the used motorcycle sales, you can pretty much find any kind of motorcycle you like.
I was riding with three friends in Franklin, and a distracted driver ran a stoplight, totaled motorcycle, head injury, broken back, broken ribs. I started worrying about bills, income, how we're going to pay for things, how we're going to survive until I can get back on my feet.
Well, the insurance company called and immediately wanted me to make decisions. They were kind of aggressive, and they knew a lot of terms, and that's when I made the call to Leidendorf.
My experience with the team here that represented me was awesome from the moment we met until it was over. A bad thing turned into a good thing because of Leidendorf Law.
The whole Leidendorf team were like family, and they have become family.
Well, hey man, we're up here in Indianapolis on Guyan Road here. We're at American Legion, and it's just a beautiful day. I mean, it's blue skies, the sun's out, it's not even supposed to get super hot. Cindy, what is going on here today?
Well, this is Kortni's Memorial Ride, and I think there's going to be a lot of people here today because it is such a beautiful day. Couldn't ask for a better day.
Yeah, and I know the vigilantes are involved with this. So I'm not sure exactly what all's going on today, so let's find somebody, find out a little bit more about this. And if you want to find out more about our sponsor for the charity rides, get out to Greencastle, meet up at Crambo's, see Chris, see Beth, find out what they're doing out there. He does fantastic paint work, but he's also got, it's a full shop out there. So man, make sure you make your way out that way and thank them for what they do for the Steel Horse Thunder Show. That being said, bikes are rolling in. Why don't we head inside and find out more about the ride?
Let's go.
All right, Jim, we're up here at the American Legion. We're up here on Guyan Road. Big ride going on today. Tell me a little bit about what's going on and how you guys got involved with this.
We got involved basically through a Legion family. Unfortunately, the ride is for a young lady that was taken too soon. Her parents and step-parents all belong here. And so it's our turn as part of the American Legion. Besides the veterans, we do a lot of community outreach.
Okay.
The money raised for this ride today goes to the Youth of Christ Ministries. They do a lot of parenting skills. We're trying to consider it a happy day because of what the money's going to go to help others. And it's just a way for us to remember Kortni and keep her in our minds.
And you know, I try to say that to people all the time. It's like, I know we get here, and I know the vigilantes are a big part of this ride today. And you know, we were just with them at their clubhouse just a few weeks ago for the Joker's Memorial Ride. And yes, there's always a sadness that comes along with it, but it's trying to remember what took place, the good that came out of it. Horrible situation. Now let's focus on the good that came out, and it kind of helps you with your mind. You know what I mean? It puts a little peace in your mind.
It's kind of, in my opinion, you know, we get the windshield therapy, but then the family, friends, and everybody involved get their own peace of mind therapy, their own kind of a rehab. That everything's going to be okay. We're gonna take her name and move it forward, and yet we still have an angel.
Yeah. No, it's really cool, and I know the American Legions does so much, and I always think of them as always doing military stuff, but like something like this, it's literally just outreach to the community, and that's pretty amazing.
And that's one of our missions. Besides the vets, is our community and our community we serve. We're a small post. A lot of people don't even know where we are, but we do a lot of outreach through Hoosier Veteran Associations, veterans homes, and this just adds that extra layer of what we do. And like I said earlier, the reason why we got involved is because both the parents and step-parents are part of our Legion family.
Gotcha.
And that's how we got involved. And so, it's not veteran organization, but we're helping our youth, mothers that are having babies at young ages, things of that. It's all about parenting, life skills, and so we're paying it forward.
Yeah. No, and you guys are doing a fantastic job, man. There's a ton of bikes here. obviously if the vigilantes are rolling in, there's going to be quite a few bikes with them. So yeah, it's just a great thing that you guys are doing. And you guys have done. Is it the Dylan Beck ride that's always coming out of here?
2 more weeks, August 28th.
So August 28th, that ride is going on.
Yes.
Right.
And then we have a toy ride every year for the kids in the neighborhood for Christmas.
Nice.
Everybody needs a toy to open up at Christmas.
Yeah.
That's what it all's about.
Right.
And then we sponsor a breast cancer ride every year also because we have 4 or 5 survivors here.
Okay.
2 or 3 of them in-house who are actually bartenders and workers.
So Nicole, you're here at the ride, and you are the one that's going to take the money today.
Right.
Tell me about your program and how it works.
Yeah, so Parent Life comes alongside pregnant and parenting teens, both moms and dads, ages 11 to 19. I know, 11 to 19. I know it's hard being a mom, and I'm 41.
Right.
So to be a young mom or a young dad, you need to be equipped, but you also need to just understand what is happening, right? So Parent Life comes alongside by connecting them to an adult mentor, and they walk alongside them within a small group setting. So processing what's it like to be a young parent, how to care for your kiddo, but also what's it like being a young person, right? And there's a lot of traps and snags that happen in the community that we're in right now. So to have a healthy adult to come alongside you and cheer you on is exactly what is helpful and what kids need. So this ride last year came alongside us, and we actually got to help 40 young parents in Indianapolis, specifically 20 right here on the west side of Indianapolis. And when I say help, I mean things like helping kids get signed up for a GED class, helping kids graduate high school where it seems like they're not going to graduate, to have an organization or a person that say, we're in your camp, we want to cheer for you. It also means helping very tangible things like give them diapers during COVID. That was a really tricky thing. People were hoarding diapers and wipes and formula, so we were literally going every week and dropping off diapers and wipes and formula on front porches.
So Michelle, we're here at this ride. This is for Kortni, and I know this is very difficult for you, and I hate to even have to interview you, but I need to know about what's going on and why is this ride here today?
We're doing it for my daughter Kortni, to help out other young women that are having problems and in trouble, and to help them to know that there's things out there, help out there for them.
And there are help because of the drug overdoses and the drugs that are so prevalent in this day and age. You just see it all over the place, and I know that this is so hard and difficult because you don't want your kids to get even try them, and then they do, and something very hard happens to them. And I know that's the reason the ride is going on today, right? To bring awareness of the things that are going on in kids' lives.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. So tell me about Kortni and what kind of girl was she?
She was a good girl, but she was stubborn, very, very stubborn. She liked to give me and her dad a lot of problems, but but she was a good girl. She just was unhappy, and we couldn't figure out why. She had some problems, and we tried everything that we could, and She brought a lot of love from everybody, and I don't think she even realized that.
Yeah.
I don't think she even knew how much she was loved.
I'm sure a lot of kids don't. I don't think they understand that. I know she was, what, 18?
She was 19. She just turned 19 December 17th, and we lost her January 11th.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. But you know, these rides, I mean, you can see all the support you have.
Yes.
And
Yes.
you know, there's so many out there that's supporting you because this is a great cause, because there are so many drugs. So I just want to say thank you for being here today and being able to do this. And just know that she's looking down on you today, and she's shining on you.
Yep, she's right here.
She is. So what is it like for you to be able to mentor an 11-year-old that now has a child and is a child themselves?
Yeah, so the youngest we've actually worked with is a 12-year-old, and it is a completely different game than a 17, 18-year-old. They're still in elementary school. This particular student was still like having a recess.
Wow.
So that's a completely different season of life. And so the maturity level isn't ready to talk about being a young parent. We're still trying to figure out what's happening to our body, what's happening to our emotions.
Yeah.
So to be honest, that particular student was not ready to be a part of our weekly small groups because they felt awkward to be with older students. So what it's looked like is just meeting one-on-one at their house where they feel comfortable, meeting them where they're at. She is now 16, has a 4-year-old that just started preschool, and Parent Life is still journeying with her, but it looks different.
You know, that's so cool though that you guys are still with her. You're still helping her to go along and
still with her.
Wow.
And she actually told me recently she does not want to be in the school system because what she is known as is the girl that had the 12-year-old. And she's more than a girl that had 12, or I'm sorry, a 12-year-old that had a kid. She's like, I'm more than just a 12-year-old that had a baby. And so it's helping her see her identities. That is a part of it, but it's not all of it. Yeah.
Well, it's amazing what you guys are doing. So if anybody wanted to get a hold of you to be able to help, I know that you guys probably need help all the time.
Yep.
So how would they do that?
Yeah, they can go to our website. It is Central Indiana Youth for Christ.com. And so it's CIYFC.com, and they can look us up. Parent Life is the ministry, and I would love to connect with them. Yeah.
So if you want to help this Parent Life, please get a hold of her because desperately needed for these young girls.
Yeah, and dads. Yep, coming alongside dads.
So how do you deal with the dads? Same way as the girls?
No, totally different. So with our dads, we do project-based mentoring. So we will do woodworking, electricity, plumbing, blacksmithing, welding. So we teach a skill while also discipling and mentoring their heart.
Wow.
So it is literally start off with a conversation about being a dad, and then we push pause, and by we I mean our male mentors push pause, and then they go to the workshop and they build something, and then they push pause again, and they come back to the conversation they started.
That's awesome.
The night with. Yeah, it's been beautiful.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for talking with us today.
Absolutely.
Jeff, we're up here for the memorial ride for your daughter. First off, how do you feel when you see this many bikes come out?
Inspired. I mean, love it. I mean, can't believe that her mom and Chad helped set all this up. Great job, and just love it all.
Yeah. So now, like a combined effort here with the vigilantes and with the American Legion here. I just think it's great when I see two groups coming together and trying to do something good.
Yes.
How did this all come about as far as the I know the money is going to
Youth of Christian.
Yes, Youth for Christ.
Youth for Christ.
And,
yes.
And I know it's to help young mothers and stuff.
Yes.
How did that come about?
Michelle, I think, picked that charity.
Okay.
Her mom just started reading and researching charities and felt that was the best charity. And they've been great. She's here tonight. She's here today. She's been to every event. She comes back at the end when she tells us where all the money's been distributed to. So I mean, it's a really good charity, and she's a very good representative of them.
Mm-hmm. No, that's super cool. Super cool. And I'm under the understanding this is a fairly new motorcycle for you?
I just got it out for the first day yesterday. Did about a 3 or 4 hour ride just to make sure I'm more comfortable on it.
Right?
But yeah, fairly new.
That is very, very new.
Went from Rocker C, which is a little bitty, I don't know if you know what one of them are. They're
like a chopper, Harley's chopper, to this. So it's a big change.
It's a different. It's a little more weight up there on the handlebars for sure.
Yeah. My wife likes it a lot more because she was used to sitting on his seat about that big.
I would imagine. And I just thought it was pretty cool. I saw the license plate and everything else. That's pretty cool that you were able to get that.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it either. I put it in and they accepted it. So I said, that's what I'm getting.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Well, man, I know. It's a sad time, but this today is going to be more of a celebration of life, and my prayer is that your mind can focus more on the good memories and the future memories for these young moms that are going to be benefiting from this right here.
Exactly.
You know, we can't dwell on the negative and all the bad that happened, but we can focus on the good and the positive ahead of us. And I just know it helps strengthen us as we go along.
Don't look now. Crambo's isn't just paint. It's your one-stop shop for motorcycle gear, parts, and service. Crambo's, voted the Indy A-List #1 motorcycle shop 2 years running, has expanded with the state-of-the-art diagnostic equipment for tuning your fuel-injected Harley and a new paint facility to make your bike stand out from all the others. Crambo's also has a new retail area complete with leather, chrome, audio, and all your parts and service needs. Crambo's, voted #1 for a reason.
So Heather, you are the Leidendorf Law featured woman rider. Tell me about this badass bike because I absolutely love it.
So I actually just got it. This is my first year riding. I took the Harley class back in February. Rain, it was horrible, but learned a lot. I had never started a bike before walking in there. I already bought the bike before. I actually went to Milwaukee, Wisconsin to purchase it, and I took the class. I was not super confident. The first time I got on her, I rode her and never looked back.
That is awesome. I love to hear that, and I love to hear that you went through the riding course to learn how to ride because I think that helps every new rider. Why did you buy the bike before you even went through the class, though?
It was one of those things where it was the right bike, the right price, and I knew it was my first bike. I probably was going to do some damage, so as soon as I saw it, I was like, that's the one. So I just went and got it, and I had already signed up for the class. We just hadn't gotten there yet. But I've been riding on a bike for pretty much my whole life, probably since I could reach the pegs with my dad. So I knew I wanted to be a rider myself, and here we are today. This is my first miracle ride by myself. I've been a passenger for the last 11 years. Wow. So it's pretty exciting to be able to do it on my own this time.
That is so cool. So cool. I'm so glad you're able to be here, especially to be the first time to ride in the Miracle Ride by yourself. You know, I know that going through it with being a passenger is great, but to be able to do it on your own is so much better. Yes. I'm just going to say it.
It so is. I always loved to be on a bike, but the first time I got on it and was able to ride it myself was a whole different feeling.
So did you do anything to this bike, or is it just it came this way?
For the most part, I took off the windshield, changed out the headlight and the tail light. There were some speakers on it I took off, but other than that, it pretty much came this way.
Well, I love it. It's a beautiful bike, and I love the seat that's on it.
That's what sold it. I was like, the seat is it.
Yeah. It's awesome. It is so cool. So what kind of riding do you like to do?
Really anything. We do a lot of the bike nights and just going from one place to another. I like to be out in the country, just taking the curves and just enjoying the weather and the view and just the wind in your hair.
Awesome. Well, I hope you have a lot more miles on that bike, and I know you said, you know, sometimes you have a little bit of happenings on your first bike, but I pray that you don't have any and that you enjoy this bike for a long time.
I plan on it. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
You have been injured in an automobile collision, and suddenly your vocabulary has been expanded to include terms totally unfamiliar to you. We know accidents can be overwhelming to the injured victims and their families. You know you can put your trust in the familiar faces of Leidendorf Law. We take care of you and your family so that you can focus on recovering from your injuries. Leidendorf Law, like family, because we are. This is a standard lawyer commercial. This is a dramatic shot of me walking down the hallway. This is a stage scene of me talking to clients, even though they're not actual clients. This is the closing shot in my office, where I say my catchphrase looking professional and confident. Look, all lawyer commercials are the same, but not all lawyers are the same. Ladendorf Law has been involved in the motorcycle community for over 35 years, with many more years to come. Ladendorf Law, like family, because we are.
Man, it is a beautiful Saturday morning. We're here at, what's going on, Cindy?
Oh my goodness, Scott, we're at the Fame Studios. Can you believe it?
I can't believe it, man. Here we are, day 2, Muscle Shoals, Alabama. We are here at the Fame Studios. This is, I've said it forever, for at least 20 years now. I've wanted a picture of myself, my bike, in front of this building, and I can't believe it's finally happening. It's, you know, yesterday was a bit different. It was the hottest day I'd ever been in. It was the coldest day I'd ever rode in. It was the driest day I ever rode in. It was the wettest day I ever rode in. We had literally every season you could possibly have. We had yesterday, and we're still smiling.
Actually, we're in Studio A, which is unbelievable to me. You know, I told you this was Scott's bucket list, and it's really not mine, but being here, it gives me kind of chills, and to see all the stuff that's here, and for you to play the music in here while we were here. But you're a third generation of being in this studio. Tell me what does it mean to you about all that?
Well, to me, it's been the most constant building in my life, and it's really more than a building to me. It's like it's affected so many people's lives, like we were discussing. And I see all these people coming in, like you guys did, come and take a tour, and I'm like, wow, my family's work has really affected people this much, but they want to come from miles and miles around to come see this place, and it's truly a blessing. I feel blessed every day I get to come and work here, even though it is my family.
Yeah. You know, and it's amazing because, like you said, I mean, all the artists that have come in here, and I know Scott, he loved Greg Allman, and he said that he was here. You got to sit in on his session and everything. How was that for you?
It was really incredible. I mean, we all knew that was his last album, including him. So it was a very, very humbling experience for us all to get to do that. I kind of like shook his hand and was like, nice to meet you, and then ran off to the corner and was like, I'm not going to bother anybody, maybe they won't kick me out. But that was, I mean, it was, even at the time I was about 15 years old, and I knew that it was a really incredible thing that was going on.
You know, that amazes me. And you growing up, how was it growing up? I mean, did you stay in the studio a lot where you would just, you know, run around the studio while things were going on?
Yeah, I would come in and I had a little office upstairs, and my dad had set up a PlayStation and things like that, so I didn't register to me that it was anything special besides people on Dad's work, and so I would just come in and run upstairs and play my games and just kind of not bother anybody. But yeah, I remember playing hide and seek around in this studio and stuff like this with my friends, so yeah, I ran around all the time.
That's pretty cool. You know, and being, I don't know, being in the environment of this, it must, now looking back maybe, you can see how important or how amazing it is to have these artists come in and I mean, they have, you know, platinum albums, gold albums, whatever. Mm-hmm. I mean, as a kid you don't think about that, but now as an adult, mm-hmm. I'm sure that is just, you know, like you said, an honor to be able to be here and see all the people.
It really is. I mean, every time we have a bigger name like that come in, it's like people still want to come here. I mean, we've been in the music industry for 60 years now, and people still want to come here, which means it's not irrelevant. So that's something that is truly, truly incredible and very rare from a studio's perspective, because now people have all their own equipment. They can build studios in basements or whatever. It's not the same professional level, but a lot of people don't care. So it's definitely hurt the studio business, but you can tell that fame is still relevant in a lot of people's minds, and so that's another blessing.
Now, for those of you that know, we didn't know this either, but we basically grew up together. So we're both from a very, very similar area from Long Island. You're now living in Georgia. Yeah. I lived in Georgia for many, many years, and now in Indiana. But so yeah, we're actually, you know, long lost brothers. We didn't even know it, and we just happened to bump into them right here at the Fame Studios. And this is kind of what motorcycle trips are all about. You know, I mean, it's all about the riding is great. The roads are fantastic. You find these great roads to ride where you can enjoy the motorcycle. you have a destination maybe in mind that you want to go to, but then it's the people you get to meet. You know, we've had a blast hanging out here for the last, I don't know, probably an hour and a half or so since we got here. Just getting to talk and to find out that we had so much in common from where we come from. This is what it's all about. This is why we're wanting to do these kind of things right here, these adventure rides. Finally happened. My bucket list. I got my picture with the motorcycle in front of Fame Studios in Muscle Shoals, Alabama. I am just on top of the world right now. This is just amazing to me. Cindy, what did you think about today?
I don't even know what to say because it was so awesome today. You know, to be able to go in the studios and something that wasn't really my bucket list, but your bucket list. But I was in awe of all the stuff that was in there, and to just know all the people that were in there. It was amazing to me. The guy that did the Jackson, he did an awesome job. He was amazing. I just loved him.
Yeah, I mean, and he's Jackson Hall. I mean, he is the grandson. You know what I'm saying? I mean, so it's like generations of people there. It was just amazing, and the ride. You know, we were able to come back up the Natchez Trace. Yesterday we got rained on pretty heavily for the last 50, 60 miles of it. We just kind of had to hurry up and get to Muscle Shoals. We took our time a little bit today. Got rained on again a bunch of times, but you know, it's been so hot. Today it was actually kind of nice when we got a little bit of that rain.
Today was very nice. It was actually, it rained and it was a warmer rain. Yesterday was a freezing cold rain.
Yes.
So today it was kind of like, I can handle this.
Yeah, yeah, and now we got the bikes parked right here. We got sheltered parking. You know, we're treated like VIPs up here in Joe and Missy's place here in Franklin, Kentucky. They take care of us. I mean, there was a cooler full of ice beer when we got here, ice cold beer.
And wine.
And wine. It was like, it's pretty nice, man. We are staying at the Taj Mahal tonight. We got everything catered to us, and, you know, food's catered in. I mean, it's a big deal. I mean, these people go all out when we come to town. So I'd say for day two, it's quite the wrap. I mean, it was just a great day today.